Okay, so talked about the introduction. All right, talked about the appearance and when you carry it into work. So we've kind of hit the basics of what your day has to start like, and now you've got your customer. You broke down those fears and those stereotypes, and now you're ready to really engage the process a little bit. Now, I can tell you all day long everything that you need to say to help structure a deal. I don't need to tell you that, okay? Because the people you work for and the company you work with and the managers you desk your deal with have already laid it out, the information that they want to know before you come to your desk. The information I want to get over to you is the type of questions you need to ask that will help you listen better and be more creative than the other guy. Now, we've all come through different scenarios, so what I really would like to engage you, for me to break down every single rebuttal and stereotype, I'm sorry, not stereotype, but every rebuttal and every type of smart question you have to ask could take some time. So if you've ran into certain scenarios or questions that you've had or situations in the transition with a customer that you'd like me to try and help with, by all means leave comments below and I'll respond or even make a couple videos based on those questions. But what I want to get you is teach you in the frame of mind of thinking, okay? Thinking of creative ways to ask better questions. And the best analogy I can give you is an attorney. Courtroom dramas are great. You know, if they weren't great, there wouldn't be 52 different Law and Orders out there. You know, if you watch some of the best movies out there, they're always typically something that happened in a courtroom setting. I mean, great movies and great courtroom drama is fantastic. And a lot of it is because you've got this attorney going after this attorney, trying to convict somebody, right? Someone who may be innocent or guilty. And then they bring up these witnesses under the stand, and then they've got a jury selection of people that they have to influence. And essentially, that's what their sale is. They're trying to influence that jury to either convict this person or to not convict this person. Is he guilty or is she innocent? Who knows? Okay? But whatever they're doing, they have to influence them. That's their sale. We, as salespeople in the automotive industry, don't have the luxury of interviewing people beforehand. We don't always have the luxury of having a team of people behind us sitting at that table next to us helping us design and format an interview. And that is what they're doing, right? That person on the stand, whether it's a witness or it's the person on trial, they're getting an interview from both attorneys. And both attorneys have set up strategic questions to ask that witness or the person on trial to design to get an answer that piggybacks on their way of thinking that helps them influence that jury selection. If they ask one question in a different fashion, it might get a different result and it might influence them in a different way. So you have to very, very, very aggressively sit at home on a daily basis and think of smart questions. Smart questions that result in a consumer's response that forces them to think on your way of thinking. And your way of thinking has to set the tone for your presentation. And your presentation is designed on a way that addresses all the virtues that your vehicle was set to address. Safety, performance, value, quality, fuel economy, comfort, convenience. All of those things are reasons why customers will say yes or will they say no. But their definition of why those things are important are very vague until you dive into the reasons why they're different and why they're important to them on a different level than that guy. And that requires on the questions that you ask. It's very important. The problem with most people is we're all designed to ask questions that help us sell the customer a car, but very few of us are taught to ask the question that help us discover why they buy. I'm going to recommend Jeffrey Gitomer. Jeffrey Gitomer, his whole speech and his slogan, something that made him famous is, people hate to be sold, but they love to buy. This guy's got a ton of books out there, and all of them are very user-friendly, easy to read. He's got a website that's fantastic, and he will constantly feed you with information. I live a lot by what this guy says, and I think a lot of it is great because it doesn't dive into the automotive industry. It dives into the sales business as a whole, and a lot of the stuff he says adds integrity to the process. So I would encourage you to grab some of his information and really read up on what this guy is saying, because if you're in the automotive industry, to do everything that everybody else is doing does not make you creative. There's a lot of writers out there, a lot of articles written strictly about the automotive industry, but anybody that's in the automotive industry all reads the same stuff. read something different. So check this guy out. He'll teach you how to ask the good questions. If you have some questions or you had some scenarios that you want me to help you break down a little bit, leave some comments below. Thank you.